Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to record another story time. I haven't done a story time in a long time, and this took me a while to actually think of something to talk about. So today's story time is gonna be about my trap house first date. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into the video. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a back brief. So prior to the date, I told my mom had just started dating this guy, and she brought me around the family, whatever, and it was like they had this dinner. I don't know if it was like Mother's Day or something. I think maybe it might have been Mother's Day. So yeah, we go to a dinner or something, and I see this very attractive guy, and I'm like, ooh, he is cute, nice hair, light skin. Yeah, he was a very attractive guy. I'm like, ooh, he's cute. So I told my mom, I gave my mom to look like bitch, because me and my mom is super cool. So I'm like, ooh, mom, he cute. He's really cute. That's what I told her. And she's like, tell him. And I was like, no, I'm not telling him that he's cute. Like, that's weird. Especially if you about to get married and he's part of this family, then, you know. But at the time, they wasn't get married. But I'm saying, like, you know, everybody's going to be related. And now we're related by marriage, blah, 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 blah. So I'm to find out he wasn't related to anybody. He was just there like I was there. But, so come to find out, my mom tells Chris's brother that I think the boy is cute. So Chris's brother gets his number for my mom. My mom gives it to me, and she's like, oh, I'm like, what is this? And she's like, oh, that's the boy's number you thought was cute at the dinner. And I'm like, Mom, why would you do this? That's like embarrassing. Like, my mom is being my homeboy want to talk to you type person. Like, she went through the grown folks, and now everybody knows that I think that this person is cute. Now I'm gonna name him Malachi. So now everybody knows that I think Malachi is cute, and we're just now coming into the family, so it's weird. So now I'm like, how do grown folks in my business, like, you need to know that I like Malachi. So boom, my mom gives me his freaking number. She's like, are you gonna text him? I'm like, probably not. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because it's fucking weird. Like, why would you get his number for me? Like, I did not tell you to get his number. Like, what the heck? So she's like, if you don't text him, I'm gonna text him for you, and I'm gonna say that it's me. I'm like, no. So finally, I built up the courage to text him, because that's fucking weird to me. Like, I text him like, I forgot what I said, but I know I was like, hey, blah, 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 something. So he ended up saying, do you want to come to Relay for Life? We can hang out, because I was new around Gainesville. I had just moved there. So I didn't really know nothing else down here. And he was like, you wanna go to Relay for Life, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, cool, we can go to Relay for Life. He said it's pretty cool. You know, they got these little events and stuff like that. So I'm like, cool. So I never talked to him on the phone, though. We just was texting. So then I asked my two friends, my best friend and Bree, I asked both of them if they want to come too. And they're like, yeah, we'll come. So I'm like, oh, bring some friends, because I'm bringing my friends. They're like, all right, cool. So we get to McDonald's, and he's like, oh, just meet me at the McDonald's, and you can follow me. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he's like, he called. So I remember this because me, Kenyatta, and Bree were sitting in the car, and he called, and we put him on speaker, and his voice sounded like this, but he was like, hello? And then we was all like, put the phone on fucking mute real fast, and was like, bro, that's him. I said, I don't know. I never talked to him on the phone. Like, I don't even know what his voice sounds like. And he's like, hello? And I'm like, hello? He's like, you at the McDonald's? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, we about to be there. And he was like, is that a girl? Like, what the heck? I'm bugging out like, oh, look, my mom did, blah, blah, blah. So he pulls up. His cousin pulls up first. He's like, oh, you Tia? And I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, okay, cool. We were just waiting on him, blah, blah, blah. So he pulls up, and we follow. He doesn't get out of the car, so we just follow him in the car. And he stops at the gas station, and he gets out, and he got on these he got on a white shirt with neon fucking green shorts on. He's short as fuck. Mind you, I didn't see him. I just saw him sitting down. So he gets out the car, and I'm like, we all like, bitch, he's short as fuck. Like, they clowning me because he's small and shit. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm little, so I mean, he gonna be tall to me. Whatever, he still was cute. I'm like, all right, cool. So then, you know, he gets to the gas station. He has to do I want anything, and I'm like, no, we go in there. So we end up going to Relay for Life. We're walking around or whatever. It's lame as fuck. Like, I don't know what I thought Relay for Life was, but he made it seem like it was lit. Relay for Life is not lit. Like, that shit is not. It's a fundraiser. Like, that shit is not lit. So he was like, oh, you trying to leave and go to my homeboy house? And I thought we was going to like an event. I don't know where I thought we was going, but not where we ended up going. So Kenyatta and all that. Well, Bree's driving. Bree like, yeah, let's go. So we get in the car with Bree, and we follow him to this house. So we get to the house. And first we're driving for mad long. We're like, where the fuck are we at? Like, where are we? So we get there and we park, and then we like, we all look at each other like, this is a house. Like, I don't know if he said come to my homeboy, I don't know what he said. He said we gonna go somewhere else. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we get there, whatever, and I'm like, what is this? So then we're sitting in there, and then we just sitting there, and then he's like, y'all gonna get out? And we like, oh yeah, we gonna get out, whatever. And then we see like 2 niggas come out the house, and I'm like, he's like, oh, y'all smoke? And I'm like, oh, nah, I don't smoke. Me being in the army, nah, I don't smoke or whatever. Because I was in the reserves then. I was like, no, I don't smoke. And then my friend, they smoked, but they was like, nah, we not gonna smoke, because it was like awkward as fuck. So then next thing you know, it's like 30, okay, let me stop exactly, like 13, 10 niggas come out of fucking nowhere. They all smoking off one blunt, and they like, oh, y'all too bougie to smoke. Oh, y'all think y'all too good to smoke. And we like, no, we just don't smoke. We just don't smoke. He's like, y'all not gonna come in? And I'm thinking like, hell no. 3 females finna go in the house with 30 fucking niggas. No, we not going in there. And I'm like, oh, nah, we good. Whatever. So they smoking, they all chit chat and whatnot. And we just all look at each other like, so do we leave now or later? Like, you guys had a motherfucking trap house. Like, this nigga is selling dope right now. Niggas is going to the porch and getting weed. But I don't know why the fuck this nigga selling weed, but everybody's smoking off one fucking blunt. And I'm like, why the fuck is they smoking one blunt? Like, it was definitely 13 heads to a blunt. Nigga want to ask if we want to smoke. So all of us can get one puff and then it be done. Like, no. So I'm like, nah, I mean, I'm good. I don't smoke. I'm in the army. You know, that shit's illegal. I'm good. Yeah, so I'm like closing the door, and they're like, oh, you closing the door? I'm like, cause listen, if the cops pull up, my career's on the line, and I don't got time for this. So with that being said, I'm really trying to get up the fuck out of here, because I'm paranoid as fuck when it comes to any illegal shit. I'm like, with me being in the military, it's like I'm not even getting in, I'm not only getting in trouble civilian side, I'm getting in trouble in the military side too. So I'm like, I'm really trying to go. This some really hot ass shit. Like, y'all outside smoking a blunt, 13 niggas, mad cars, a cop can just drive by at any time. I'm like, this is not really my scene. I'm ready to go. So he's like, oh, y'all trying to go to Waffle House? I'm like, yeah, let's go to Waffle House. So we go to Waffle House. No, we're in the car on the way to Waffle House, and one of the niggas get in the car. I wish my best friend was here to tell the story. So one of the niggas get in the car, and they're in the back, and he's drunk as fuck. You can smell the alcohol on his breath, and he like chatting to her like, I got money, I got this, I got that, I'm balling, I'm that nigga, blah blah blah. My best friend's like, oh, okay, yeah. And she looking at me like, bitch, his breath smell like straight alcohol. Like, I'm scared in the back. I'm like, just play it cool. Like, we gonna go to Waffle House, and we gonna go home. Like, we good. So I'm like, all right, we good. So we stop at like the bank, and he like pull out mad money. Like, the boy in the back of my best friend pull out mad money. My best friend's like, so you gonna be paying for all of our Waffle House? And he was like, I mean, yeah, I got y'all. In my head, I'm thinking like, I don't trust it. We gonna order this shit, and he ain't gonna pay for it. He's like, no, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Whatever you want, you can get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing. Like, you know, flexing like niggas flick. Like, I got y'all. It ain't nothing to spend no money, nothing to spend these coins. Like, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. So we get to fucking Waffle House, and at this point, these niggas is drunk and high. We're sober as fuck. Like, we ain't did no shit, ain't smoke, we ain't drink, we ain't do nothing. We sober. We get to Waffle House, and yeah, we get to Waffle House, and yeah, they're high, they're ordering their food or whatever, and then I wasn't ordering because I just wasn't really with the shits or whatever, and I don't know, was I broke then? I don't know, I was young. I can't remember, just like right after high school, so I might have been broke. I might have had no job yet, so I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna order because I don't got no money to pay for this food. And my best friend was like, bitch, he said he's gonna pay for it. I said, what a bitch, he changed his mind. Then what, we gonna be washing the fucking dishes, ho? The fuck is we gonna do that he don't wanna pay the food? Like, Tia, shut the fuck up. He said he was gonna pay for it, so let this man pay for it. I'm like, alright, can I get some grits and some cheese? Grits and cheese, that's all you gonna eat? I'm like, okay, let me get a waffle with some bacon, some eggs with cheese in it. Then God, since y'all gonna make me eat, okay, then let me order. So then, what's his name? Malachi like, oh, can you pour the syrup on my waffle? And I'm like, sure. So I get the syrup, pour it on the waffle, and then he like, I'm like, is that enough? He's like, no, I need some more. I'm like, so everybody's like kiki laughing because I guess I only put a little bit of syrup on there. I'm like, y'all niggas is high as fuck. Like, what the fuck? Come to find out that the story, now that I told the story, there's a group of guys over there in the corner or not that wasn't paying us no attention. I guess they knew Malachi, but they didn't speak to Malachi, you know what I'm saying? But this is like when I first got the game, so I didn't know nobody. Come to find out, like 3 years later, like 3 years later, or 2 years later, the guys that saw me in the Waffle House that one time, we ended up dating. Like, it's so crazy because like when I told the story, he's like, I knew you from somewhere. I knew I saw you from somewhere. Come to find out, he saw me that first night after I just went to the trap. I went to really feel like that I went to the trap house. Then I went to fucking Waffle House. Then I went to fuck home. But my mom wanted, it was so funny because my mom wanted me to be with this boy so much. Like, you need to talk to him, you need to be with him, blah, blah, blah. And this nigga was a hothead. Like, he smoking weed, drinking, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't 21 when he was in high school, just like, or he just graduated high school just like me. And she's like, you need to be with him, he's a good kid. So me and my best friend and all them used to laugh all the time about it because my mom was pressing me to date this boy. And this boy took me to a trap house for our first date. Like, oh, come to my boy house. For what? So we all can smoke off one blunt? Get the fuck out of here. That shit was so uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't want to just leave because I want to be rude, but at the same time it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, why the fuck did you take me to your boy house? That's a whole trap ass nigga that's selling weed at his motherfucking house, and the cops can just come up to this bitch at any time, and my ass is sitting in the car scared as fuck, and now guess who's getting locked up? Me, you, and all the 13 niggas smoking on one blunt. Like, but yeah, so basically that was my story time on the time that I went on a date to the trap house. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.